your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you've changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me.
You might notice this scene is also my intro scene for the entire Complete Fred and Ginger series. It's one of my favorites. As a huge fan of Fred and Ginger, I love, or at least like, most of their work, as many do. Yet we all have our favorites, and for me their romantic ballroom dances are always one of the highlights, if not the highlight, of their movies. Most of the time they are integral to the storyline itself, representing in dance their characters' passion for each other, love scenes presented in a very beautiful and unique way. I believe Fred's excellent choreography skills never shine brighter than here, and for those who criticize Fred as an egomaniac, and that is out there, this is the rebuttal, as he frames Ginger as the gorgeous center of attention in these scenes. Many might be surprised how few of these there actually were up to this point, only 7. Night and Day, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, Cheek to Cheek, Let's Face the Music and Dance, Never Gonna Dance, Change Partners, and Missouri Waltz, with the last 2 not quite up to the standard of the previous 5. Here, a decade later, Fred and Ginger got to go out on top. It is more than that for me. In the story, Ginger has left her husband Fred because of his nitpicking criticism. He has said things he did not mean from jealousy over another man trying to seduce her, something she seems oblivious about. Tricked into this dance at a benefit, Fred is sweetly pleading to his wife. Ginger's phony facade that she is through with him is torn away by the song and by being in his arms again, and she looks so vulnerable. As the dance picks up, she starts smiling, enthralled, dancing with the man she loves once again. In real life, they were both near the end of their careers, or so it must have seemed to them. Fred was 50, old for a hoofer. Ginger was approaching the dreaded career-ending 40 for an actress. They must have reminisced about 20 years earlier, before the movies, before their fame, just 2 young people on their first date, dancing at the casino in the park. Fred leaving Ginger breathless with his dancing skills. Ginger exclaiming, "I felt like I could have danced all night." This is why I treasure this one, last, beautiful dance.
Dinah, darling.
Here.
I should think that after 2 weeks you would try to do this without the script.
If you're here to ferret out news of the enemy camp, I'd like to tell you that I'm very happy. I love the play, and I think that, you may tell Josh in particular, that I think Jacques is the best director I have ever worked with.
Gee, that's a beautiful
And
suit.
if you're here to play Cupid again, you can just put away your errors.
I just came to ask you about doing that big benefit at Symphony Hall. You know, the one we do every year for the hospital. I'd like to see one of the Barkleys represented. Josh won't be there.
Huh?
He turned it down. He said he's too busy. He has a big party that night.
Isn't that just like him? Too busy to do a benefit. Has to go to a party. Well, you can count on me, Ezra. I'll be there.
If you think you can get Dinah and me to appear at that benefit together, you're just crazy, that's all.
I'd like to see one of the Barkleys there. Dinah can't make it.
Why not?
I saw her. She said she's too busy. She's got a rehearsal that night.
Oh, isn't that just like her? All wrapped up in that big dramatic career. Couldn't take a half hour off to do one little number for a worthy cause. You can count on me, as I'll be there. How is the great tragic actress getting along?
Okay, I guess. She appeared a little nervous. Seemed to be floundering around unsure of herself.
You know something? She's going to take a header right on her face. And you know something else? I'm going to let her lie there.
That's the spirit. Who says the age of chivalry is dead?
You better run along. I've got some important business to do before the show tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, Dinah, I'm afraid you're forgetting all the action was set for this. You've got all this written down. You must remember it.
I do remember it. It's the scene I worked on last night.
Mother, I've made up...
No, darling, you just look at your mother.
That's right. I'm sorry. Mother, I've made up my mind. Mother, I've made up my mind. I'm not going to go to the
Well,
conservatory.
darling, your mother is right here. So she's not in the second balcony. Speak to her in a more natural tone.
I don't know what's the matter with me. I'm behaving as if I'd never been in the theater before in my life.
Well, you mustn't be panicky, dear. It's a new field. You'll get over it.
I just looked in on the noble experiment.
How's it coming?
Not so good. Looks as if she's going to make a complete fool of herself.
Well, that's what you wanted, isn't it?
Sure, she deserves it.
She certainly does. She's no dramatic actress.
Oh, no? Listen, she can do anything, that girl. That fella Bardu doesn't know how to direct her. He doesn't understand her at all. He keeps tearing her down, confusing her. I know that girl. When she thinks she's not getting something right, she's no good.
Funny, I thought Bardu was supposed to be good.
Good? Did you ever see him work? Dinah, this is much different from musical comedy. It is a play. Maybe a legitimate play.
Say, that's a great imitation you do of him.
Hello.
Hello, Dinah. This is Jacques. I was very anxious to know how you feel after today's rehearsal.
I don't know. I get out there and I feel absolutely lost.
That is all my fault. Yes, it is. My direction is completely to blame. I was wrong in telling you how different this is from musical comedy. It is not different.
Oh, it's wonderful to hear you say that.
You're still a great performer and a wonderful actress. The keynote to your attitude is defiance toward your mother.
Walking slowly. Defiant. I resent her. Why, of course, Jacques. Oh, that feels right. Oh, yes, Jacques. I see. I'm afraid of him. Oh, Jacques, let's start from the beginning and go through the whole scene. A sick lady came there, and the sister said she used to be beautiful, but that she was going to die alone and unloved because she led a bad life. She was pale and coughing, and her eyes were big, dark holes in her face. And you know who she was? She was the star of the Comédie Française. I won't be like that, and you can't make me.
Wonderful.
It was? Oh, darling, I'm so glad. Oh, thank you.
Hello, Dinah. I just called you to tell you again how wonderful you were today.
Oh, I can't believe it. It's a miracle.
While we're in rehearsal, I wish you wouldn't be so demonstrative.
What do you mean?
Well, throwing your arms around my neck and kissing me in front of the company is most embarrassing. We'll have none of that.
Why, Jacques?
Discipline, you know. What's the idea of telling me Dinah's not coming to the benefit?
Is she?
You know darn well she is. But I'm not. You cooked up this little plot, now eat it.
Well, what happened, Ezra? Are they both going to be here?
Dinah's here. I just saw her, but that pig-headed mule, I don't know. I don't know whether he'll come.
Now?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Ezra.
Why, the double-crosser. Don't you think the gallant thing would be for you to leave?
I'm not going to leave. This is a benefit. They're expecting a number from me out there. Why don't you leave?
And I'll not walk out on all these hospital people. It's for their benefit, and it makes no difference to me whether you're here or not. I'll perform anyway.
And now I have a surprise, which I'm sure will touch you. Josh and Dinah Barkley.
The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, no, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again. on the bumpy road to love. Still I'll always, always keep the memory of. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me.
Dinah, that was wonderful.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Look, can't we be civilized about this and maybe go someplace and talk things over?
Well, there's nothing to talk over, Josh. You're doing very well without me, and I'm doing what I guess I've always wanted to do, and in the long run, we'll be much happier apart.
I can't believe you really mean that.
Look, Josh, that wasn't just another squabble we had. Our breakup wasn't just a whim of the moment. It's been coming for a long, long time. It had to happen. You've been taking me for granted too long. I have to stand on my own 2 feet as a person and as an actress. And until I do, I can't take time to think about us or anything connected with the future.
Well, thanks for the dance.
Please like and subscribe.